Yeah, so once you're able to analyze your script and in terms of the genre, and you're able to understand what genre the script is, then you can go in further to actually analyze the script in terms of theme, your character, and all. And basically, when I was talking to people about acting, I've asked this question severally about how do you know a character in a script? How do you know a character? And that question can be confusing sometimes. It's not a trick question, and it's really very simple. But before we get to character, yeah, you need to understand the theme. The genre is not the theme, so don't let's mix those two together. The theme is just about what the story is talking about. What's the major focus of the story? Some people would like to call it message. They would say, what's the message of the film? But in this generation and time, message is not the word. I think is what's the pivotal idea that the story is talking about. So we can range from, yeah, just one word, love, hate, even the opposite of it. Then it can be phrase, it can be, a compound, even sentence for you to describe uh, what the story is about. So you have to find out, you have to first decide, okay, this story is talking about love. This story is talking about vengeance. So different things. So once you're able to discover that, then you can begin to narrow it down to you what you're doing. Okay, so you've understood that. The director will break it down in his own different way, and if he believes that he wants to carry you along as an actor about some of those other little tiny details, yeah, he will. But for you as an actor, you know the theme, then you narrow it down to your character. Sometimes, yes, you probably still need to understand, yes, the language, the whether it's an historical setting or not. Even when we talk about language, we're not talking about the language being spoken in the script. We're even talking about um, the season, whether, as I said, is historical or contemporary. You might be speaking the same language, but which is happening in different periods in time. So there will be that kind of change. The way you will speak English in the Elizabethan period will be different from the contemporary period. The way you will speak Yoruba during the Oyo Empire is not the way you will speak the Lagos Yoruba right now. So these are things that you need to understand. Then once you have an understanding of all those lockdown, the theme, the language, and in conjunction with the director, you are able to have a deeper understanding. Then you can narrow it down to your own character. So I will put the question back to you right now that you're listening to me. How do you recognize? Don't let me use the word recognize. How do you know your character? How do you know information about your character? And as I said, it's not a trick question. There are just three places. You know about your character from what the writer has written about the character. That's number one. There are three basic ones. Number one, the writer will have written stuff about the character, so the writer must have helped you. Most of the times, the writer would have even written the physical characterization of the character of the role. You will have described, okay, the character is dark, this and that, and maybe that's why you were even given the role, so you know that that's who the character is, and that's the physical appearance of the character. Then, yeah, the writer would have given more information about aside age and all that, maybe sometimes their state of mind, their backstory, sometimes they don't. So you know a lot of information about a character from what the writer has written about the character. Secondly, you know a lot about the character from what other characters in the story are saying about that character. You listen to what the other characters. Sometimes some characters are introduced even in the middle of the script, but maybe some people have been talking about them. So by the time you read from other characters what they are saying about that character that is coming up, then you'll have an idea. If it's a fearful one, if it's a loving one, and everybody is already talking about the character before you even see the character. So you're already